Hello and welcome everyone. Today in this video we will be going through one more feature requirement, which is to develop a Google Maps, to integrate a Google map and to detect whether we are inside the building or not exactly inside, but we are inside the campus or not. So in this feature requirement we will be we will have some requirements. So before going to the requirements, what we are trying to do. So what generally happens, like if we are not inside the main building and if we try to access the building or something else, then it might not be useful to actually detect where we are, like where we are outside from the building. Are we outside from the back side of the building, or are we coming from any other direction? So for that we are using the existing Google Maps API to integrate inside this application. So you may be wondering, like if you have seen in Zomato or in any of the applications, after after you order some of the items or you order a food, you will be given with a map and a driver details, and you can live track those drivers, like where he was and what he was doing. So similarly we have such but not that advanced implementation. We want the basic implementation of that feature, and that was driven by Google Maps. So what are the requirements for this feature? So for that we require to add a new tab, because this is already cluttered with some of the few buttons and it's important place for the existing map functionality only. So we will require to add a new tab in between of home and about us. About us should be last and home should be first, and in between that we will be adding a new button, which can be renamed as maps or the or campus tour, something like that, which you want to rename it, you can rename. And then after that, here are some of the few requirements inside that tab page only. So we will require to display two things. First we will be showing what is the first we will display the current location and the campus location. So if some user enables his or her location, live location, not live, the current location and the campus location, then he can track where he was inside the campus and where he was heading inside the campus mail building. So we will have to display just two things, and based on that we can also show like whether the user is outside of the main campus or inside the main campus. So we will have some perimeter type thing, like we can have some area, and in that area, if it comes within that area, we will show like you are inside the college campus. And if it's not that, and if it's not in that area, then we can show you are not inside the campus location. Now basis on those locations, we can show we can show a button and display or hide that button basis on that decision. So we will show, if you are inside the building, then you can switch to our first tab, that is the class locator main page tab. And if you are outside of the main building, then simply you can show the where you are and how far you are from the main building. That's it, and no need of displaying any button. So these are the requirements. Fourth, you have to display a small Google map in a box sized element. So what is box sized element? So suppose this is box sized element, so you can enlarge that box size element up to that, like a squarish element, and inside that you can embed a Google map showing where exactly the NIT Raipur is located. So that's is the requirement, and that is just basically an enhancement. So these are the requirements, and all these will be required in a new tab. So this is a type of enhancement, and you can build a feature, or and this is not an requirement, like you have to build it. This is required definitely, and it won't work without that requirement. So that's a feature and enhancement purpose. And what you will learn. So of course you will learn API, Google API integration. So for Google API integration, I will be sharing a video like how you can integrate any of the Google APIs. Just for the sake of simplicity, let me show you where you can implement Google APIs. So you have to search Google APIs. Yeah. So this is Google API and services. So inside that you have you can see Google Maps for iOS and all. So you have to use that map API, and you can, and I will be providing a video where you will be guided how to use any of the Google APIs. So that's the first learning. Then the one of the most important learning, because there is some requirements, like uh, you have to be very strong enough to build or to integrate any APIs with any requirements. You will be learning how to detect and what logic is required to detect whether you are inside the building or outside the building, not building but yeah, campus location. And of course some of the UI and UX element, like how you can show and beautify those elements, and how user can interact with those elements. So yeah, that's it for today, and I will be coming up with some of the more few guidance video, like there are many application and there are many um, repositories which needs to be guided, so I will be coming up with that as well. Thank you very much.